What is going on, my niggas? Nah, but seriously, we are back with yet another. Hold
Black perspective.
on. That shit is so stupid, but it makes me laugh every single time. And I mean, hey, everyone needs to laugh, right? Type shit. Anyways, so guys, we are back with another Black perspective, and today I'm gonna be honest, right? I'm a little tilted today, right? Because I was looking at, I mentioned last video, if you saw it. If not, I'm gonna put them up on the screen. Excuse me. That boy Antonio talks, right? I was listening to this video he was talking about. He was shit talking to Elon Musk because the nasty shit he be doing, and you should give it a look. I thought it was a really good video, but I ain't gonna talk too much about it here because I don't want to get off topic, right? But anyway, it was this clip of 2 Chainz talking about like how he was like he's like, oh, like, yeah, I love my Cybertruck because it's super convenient, and like I don't even gotta I just hop in that bitch and go. Like I don't even gotta do any extra work. It's so convenient, blah 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 blah. And like I'm listening to this, and I felt this way for a while, right? It's not just 2 Chainz here. I'm not gonna say it is, but like I felt this way for a while about like society, or at least American society. I can't speak for other nations. Why are people sit here and get mad when they say,
Americans are fat and lazy. They fat, lazy, and stupid.
that was kind of racist with the accent, but you get the point. Other nations say that, right? Americans get mad. But low key though, they're kind of right. And like, listen, I'm not, I can see y'all now. I see it now. I'm not saying every single American is stupid, fat, ugly, chub, loser, cuck. I'm not saying that. All right, but hear me out. Let me list it off. All right, because I can't. I had to make a video about this once I saw it, and once I started like reeling, I knew I had to. So let's start with the lazy. We're gonna start there, right? This nigga 2 Chainz is literally saying, hey, I love my Cybertruck because, over other cars, right? So I prefer it because like it's so convenient. I can just get in and go, and like blah 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 blah. And I'm like, dog, you literally have a vehicle, any vehicle, right? Excuse me, there goes that yawn again. Y'all know I gotta hit it every video at this point. But you literally have a car, any car, right, that you have the privilege to get inside of and literally drive, right? No matter who you are, right? Not even just 2 Chainz, but like you can get in your car, assuming you own a car, right? You can get in your car, get in that motherfucker and drive and go like literally anywhere, right? And this nigga over here bitching and moaning about that he gotta wait for his car to quote unquote warm up, right? Now this shit really ticked me off as someone who hasn't owned a car yet, which of course that's not anybody else's fault, because I can already be like, oh, well, that's not, you can't blame that on society. It's like, yeah, no shit. But I'm just like, I'm speaking from the perspective as a guy who hasn't had the privilege to get his own car yet, right? There is no way in hell y'all niggas are so lazy that you don't want to warm your fucking car up. Like, are you kidding me? Like, my nigga, I don't know how many cars have, but I know like a lot of cars do. You literally can push a button on your fucking like keys. Like if you have like a push to start, and you can start that bitch up, let that bitch cook for like 2-3 minutes. Most of the time, you don't even need that much, bro, with how advanced the cars are now. But, like, I know old school cars had, like, a dedicated warm-up button. Like, I'm assuming he means warm up well, not to warm up the engine, but, like, just to warm up the car, like, in colder temps. But, like, just to start the bitch up, right? Like you literally can just go in there, and even if you don't have a push to start, you can go in your car, open the door, put the key in the little slit, ding, 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 and literally close your door. Come back and like maybe if you really need to, like 5 minutes, like go take a quick piss, use the bathroom, wash your hands, grab make sure you got your phone and keys and all that, and like by the time you do all that, you're gonna be ready to get, like it's gonna be good. And same if you just turn the heat on or the AC, right? Like there is no way you're telling me that it is such an inconvenience to start your car that is literally a deciding factor in terms of like which car you would drive. And again, obviously, yes, everyone has different deal breakers, but there's no way you're telling me you are so lazy that you cannot even sit here and wait for your car to start. And that's not even just the 2 Chainz. That's just to like people who own cars in general. My nigga, as someone who doesn't own a car, do you know what I have to do to get to and from work? I have to go on a bus. And that's like a privilege damn near in its own self, because like you have to pay to get on the bus, right? And then on top of that, you don't get like you're on the bus's timing, right? Like, oh, like I can't go to work at 7 or 8 in the morning exactly when I want to, because I have to do it around the bus's time, Excuse me, oh my god. Every single time. I don't know. Maybe it's when I just start talking, bro. I don't know. But anyways, like I was saying, like I gotta take the bus, right? I don't get the privilege to turn my AC on or off, or the heat on or off. And then on top of that, I gotta be on a bus sometimes with other people, right? Which, no hate against my other fellow Americans type shit, but like, but other people who may or may not stink, who may or may not be like, well, I can't say like they're disruptive. Most of the time they don't. In fact, it's actually refreshing to hear people talking on the bus again, low key. I can't even lie. It feels like we're always so sucked up in our phones and shit. But like, yeah, my bad, I'm getting a little off track. Anyways, so yeah, like I can't control like the AC or the temperature or none of that shit. I can't control like, how fast or slow we go. I can't control none of that, right? I'm literally on the bus's timing. Like, and hell, if I can't even afford to get on the bus, and I gotta walk, right? And for me to get to work, it's gonna be like what, like 20-minute walk, 20 to 30-minute walk, and like, I don't think people understand, and that's why I always say people with cars talk the most shit, because you do not realize how hard it is to live in America if you don't have a car. All right. Like if you have a car, I kind of butchered that sentence, but if you have a car, you don't realize how hard it is to not have one in this fucking country, bro. Like me and my girlfriend literally can't even go to the grocery, like go to Walmart. Like hell, I'll give you another example with a bus, right? One time, me and my girlfriend Elizabeth, we wanted to go to Walmart to just do like some light shopping, right? And we also wanted to hit up the Chick-fil-A type shit, right? We said, make a little date out of it, go get something cute to eat, you know what I mean? Then, go shop and do some light shopping. I forgot what we were getting. But like, I took half a day off work, right? I had to take half a day out of work to do this because I already knew how I was going to go. So I got home by like 12. We went out, I think, on the 3 o'clock bus, right? Which was late because, of course, it was late, right? But whatever, things happen. We had to go to the bus, go all the way to the main travel station, which was like a 40-minute drive. Then we had to make a transfer, then go to Walmart. Or actually, wait, I scratched that. Go to the Chick-fil-A, right? Which took roughly another 20 minutes. Get our food at the Chick-fil-A, which was a whole nother story I can just start bitching and ranting about. Which, like, oh my god, the quality of everything is like dog shit these days, bro. But, look, and I don't want to get off kilter. So, like I was saying, so yeah, so we got our Chick-fil-A. We had to wait for another bus because we missed the one that was coming, like the soonest one, because we had to eat and stuff, and we don't want to just shove food down our fucking gullets. We wanted to enjoy the thing that we literally took time off of work to do, right? So we fucking do that. Bus comes late as hell this time. I'm sorry for the ear rape, bro. My bad. But like at like 20, like 10 plus minutes late, bro. Like not even like a minute or 2, 3 minutes. No, like at least 10 minutes late. And me and my girlfriend are sitting here like, and it's like a little chilly, and like it's even us with other people. And like the bus finally gets here. There's some dude talking to the bus driver, which again I'm cool with. We're human beings, right? I don't want people to think like I'm against people talking to each other, especially in this day and age, right? And they're like, oh, they're just chatting up like best buds, like, oh my god, Paul, you're a goddamn fool. How was that wife of yours? And this one lady and it was this black lady, right? And this is why I respect black people so much, bro. She said, come on, man, wrap it up. The bus is already late. And she was just saying what we were all thinking. And the funniest part, that bus wasn't even the one we needed. We still had to wait, if I remember correctly, for the next one that was like right after it, because I think it was like 2 coming that same route. So like, it was like another 10 late, and she was just so fucking real for that, bro. It's like, come on, bro, the bus is already 10 plus minutes late. Like, wrap this shit up and get the fuck off the bus. Then we get on that one, go to Walmart. All right, we go to Walmart. And then, that's an experience, I'll say. Elizabeth doesn't have the best time at Walmart, and that's all I'm going to say. So that was a fucking experience, right? So we do that shit, finally on the way home, right? And we have to take the bus from Walmart to our home, like, and guess how long that took? We had to take, like, another route, which took us the long way. Do you know how long it took? An hour and a half or so. A fucking hour. My nigga. We literally started this entire journey at 3 o'clock p.m. and we didn't get home until like 8:30. Literally 5 hours to go to fucking Chick-fil-A and Walmart and back home. And you niggas are out here complaining about waiting 5 minutes for your car to start. Like, are you fucking kidding me? And again, I try my best to, validate. I know we love that shit. To validate everyone's struggles and shit. But, like, I cannot help but to say, just fuck right off, nigga. Like, your dead ass gonna look me in my eyes and tell me, oh my god, I can't believe it. I gotta be like driving for like 10 plus minutes to go to like, this store that I need to go to. And it's like, my nigga, I literally have to take half a day off work to go to the fucking store sometimes because of like how inconvenient it is for me to even, and like because of how dog shit public transportation is, especially in my, and like the funniest part is that this is considered, like, I'm lucky. Like, our buses run like once an hour. Right, and that, like, I'm considered lucky in the United States. Some places in the U.S., you just dead ass either carpooling, walking, or you ain't fucking going. Right, so to hear niggas dead ass be like, oh my god, I can't, like, my car this, my car that, and like, listen, I'm not gonna completely shit on these folks, like folks that own a car in this sense, because if we're being honest, people who own a car are getting hoed, like, and that's like a whole different thing, but like from just maintenance and insurance and all that other shit, like, I'm not gonna say like there aren't negatives to having a car, and that, if we're being honest, the way that we do cars in this country, it can be a whole separate video. Like, it's disgusting, but like, for better or worse, it's like, shit, nigga, at least you got one, and you're over here bitching and moaning about your car not starting in like less than 5 seconds. It's like, come on, bro. Like, what the fuck? Like, are you that fucking lazy, you goddamn chud, that you cannot literally go inside your car, flick a switch with your key and press a button or two at most, and warm your car up for like 45 seconds to 2 minutes at least, right? 4 or 5 minutes at most. But like, that's being like, to just literally turn the car on and let it like warm up before you just start driving it, and like warm up the engine, and then like to let the car warm up if it's like cold, literally the most 5 minutes in combined. Now if you're just warming it up to just drive it, like literally give it 45 to like 2 minutes at the most, you know. I just can't stand it, bro. Like, the word convenience, I hate the word convenience, bro. And we're gonna get back, because it was like fat, lazy, and dumb. So we're gonna go to dumb. We're gonna go to dumb next. But just my last point on this, on the lazy part. Like, I hate how the word convenience has been absolute. Excuse me, I just smacked the fuck out my desk there. But like, the word convenience has absolutely slaughtered and decimated Americans, bro. Like, God forbid you have a slight inconvenience. And like, even I used to be a victim, or like, you know, I guess a slave to this mindset. And like, even some days I still feel that way. Like, and I had to remind myself, like, bro, life isn't meant to be min-maxed like a fucking Destiny 2 build. Fuck Destiny 2. But like, oh, excuse me. Life isn't meant to be min-maxed like, you know, we're playing an MMORPG. You know, like, it's okay to make a mistake and take a few seconds off, you know? Like, it's okay if something costs you a few minutes. Like, hell, there are times, like, I'll record a whole video, I won't like how it comes out, and I'll delete it. And that'll be like 40 minutes that I just, like, spent. But it's like, shit, bro. You know, that's just how life goes. Sometimes it just don't work out type shit. And it's insane to me, bro. I can't, man. It's absolutely fucking insane. Like, stop letting this term convenience absolutely slaughter you and making you a lazy piece of shit. Like, you are worth the inconvenience, bro. Okay, quote unquote. Like, yeah, there are some inconveniences in life, but not everything in life is going to be convenient, my nigga. You're just going to have hiccups in life. That's just what it is. So you might as well just make the most out of it, have a laugh, and keep it pushing. But anyways, to move on so I don't completely get sidetracked, we just covered lazy, so we're going to go to dumb. Yeah, I'm going to say fat for last, because I already know that's going to be some shit. But dumb, right? Are Americans stupid? Now listen, we can sit here and pull up statistics and all that. Now, I'm going to keep it 100. I'm not really going to do much of that. I might throw up one or two, like, you know, studies or polls or whatever. But like, my nigga, literally look around. You don't even need a study or a poll to tell you that Americans are getting just dumb. Like, just dumb as fuck. Now, for context, right? I graduated high school in 2021. Right? I've only been to college for a semester because I couldn't afford to keep going type shit, unfortunately. I do plan on going back. I'm trying to get some financial sorted out before I even, you know, attempt to do that. But like literally just look around, bro. Like, let's start with the kids, right? No Diddy, no Epstein type shit. Like, I remember when I like was getting ready to go to college and I was like, oh, I wanted to be a teacher, you know, like that was one of the things, like I genuinely would like to teach someday, like, you know, potentially. And, you know, my phone listening into me, you know how that goes, spying on me and shit. I logged in on TikTok, literally not even like, I think the same day, and got like 4 TikToks in a row of like telling me, like teachers being like, this is why I'm quitting teaching after 4 years of being a teacher. Or like, the real experience of being a teacher in 2023 or whatever the fuck. And they were all just like literally like, please don't do it. It's not worth it. The pay is terrible. These kids are like damn near impossible to teach. They have no attention span, no self-respect, no drive or motivation to want to learn or anything type shit. And like, I'm just like, damn. You know, like, I didn't know it was that bad. And, like, listen, I'm going to keep it 100, right? Like, I went to a public school in America, right? And, you know, and looking back, our school really wasn't even that bad. Like, when I was in school, I was shitting on my high school a lot. But, like, listening to other folks in America, like, from the stories I've heard from them, and looking back, like, our high school wasn't that bad. Like, if I'm being honest, it was actually pretty decent. Like, and I remember my boy Nas was like, bro, like, we low-key be giving our high school so much shit for no reason. And, like, you know, subjective, I get it. But, like, now I look back, it really wasn't that bad type shit. Oh, excuse me. Oh, my God. I took allergy meds just so I didn't have to go through this shit, and, like, it's just not hitting. Anyways, so, like, yeah, right? And so I can say from experience that, you know, we definitely weren't the most pristine students in school type shit. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to act like we were saints or nothing like that. Like, we definitely weren't. Like, hell, I think there was a girl that got, like, suspended, or I think expelled for, like, smoking grass in the bathroom type shit. So, like, you know, I'm not going to act like we were the best, but, bro, the way these teachers be phrasing it, they be dead ass just making these teachers quit, like, on the spot. Like, the amount of teachers I have just literally heard say, fuck this, I'm out, is insane. And, of course, you can sit here and blame the parents for everything. You can blame XYZ. Like, we have a whole another video on that. But, like, we're not going to go too deep into that. But, like, to get back on track, like, you see these kids that have, like, no attention span. Just hunched over 6-7 zombies, bro. Like, you dead ass gotta... Oh, I'm not gonna say it like that because that sounds weird, bro. I'm not trying, like, I ain't trying to be on no blacklist type shit. So, you have to consistently dangle a form of entertainment in front of their eyes to keep their attention on the task that they were originally supposed to be focused on. Okay, that doesn't sound crazy. There we go. That was good. So, like, you gotta put some fucking Subway Surfers on the background, like... Fucking, I saw this one video. I was scrolling on like YouTube Shorts one time. I saw this one video. This dude who was like, POV, you're trying to help Gen Z with their taxes or some shit, and he's trying to explain the shit, and the dude just keeps on wandering off. If I can find it, I'm gonna throw it on the screen. But he's like, the dude keeps on wandering his head off. So he has to add more and more stimuli in front of him so he pays attention. And I'm like, bro, that's so sad. Like, that's so sad, bro. Like, I just was talking to my boss yesterday about, like, bro, can you believe that, like, I saw this, I don't know if it was, like, an experiment or something, but, like, basically, I heard that, like, you know, Netflix makes shows with the mindset of thinking that folks are going to be on their phone like all the time or some shit while they're watching the movie. And he's like, actually, yeah, there's some truth to that. He's like, shit, even me and my wife kind of do that sometimes. And I'm like, bro, like, so you can't say it's just Gen Z or Gen Alpha, right? Like, you're telling me we as a society can't put our phones down for like like an hour to watch a movie, you know? Like, when I go to the movies these days, I mean, like, always when I really go into the movies, like, I don't really bother going on my phone. Like, my nigga, you just spent, like, at least, like, $10 to get a ticket to get in here. Probably, like, 15 to 20 bucks for them snacks, and you gonna be on your fucking phone. And even if you're not in the theaters, even if you're at home, it's like, bro, like, put the fucking shit away and watch the movie, my nigga. Like, what? Like, I don't mind, like, some light chatter during a movie, you know, because I be doing that shit myself. Like, even when my boys was getting on me for that shit, type shit. But, like, my nigga, you're telling me you can't sit through a movie because you're on your phone so much. Are you fucking shitting me? Like, and hell, look at our literacy rates, bro. Niggas can't even read. When I say niggas, I am not saying black people in this case. Remember, this noun, niggas, is a great noun that can be used in so many different ways, right? But when I say it in this case, I just mean people, like the American people. Like, you guys dead ass can't read for shit. And I'm like, literally just be speaking in TikTok slang, bruh. Like, you'll literally have these motherfuckers be like, I ain't reading all that. And it'll be like 3 sentences. And it's like, dog, I'm not writing you a fucking novella. Like, it is insane, my nigga. I remember, like, I was watching, I think I mentioned this in another video. I was watching one of my boys, my boy T, he was swiping on TikTok or something while we were on the way to the movies, right? And, like, I was looking over his shoulder, like, you know, I'm in the car, and I'm like, shit, you know, let me see what he's looking at real quick. The speed in which he would watch a video for maybe 2 seconds and just swipe until he found something that was, like, I guess, quote unquote, worth his attention. And that's not like a shot at him, but, like, you know, I'm just using him as an example, was absolutely terrifying. Like, the idea of being able to judge if something is worth your time in, like, less than, like, what, give or take, like, fucking like 2 seconds, less than 5 seconds, is terrifying, my nigga. Like, these kids don't know how to, like, even the adults too, like, people don't know how to read, they don't know how to talk correctly. And when I say correctly, I just mean at an acceptable level where you can actually understand them. You know what I mean? People, like, I know there's different dialects and languages, right? But, like, people can't read, they can't talk, they can't write, they can't express themselves. Like we're losing it as a society, bro. And, like, I'm not saying we're cooked, like it's Jove or nothing like that, but I'm like, bro, we're losing the plot, my nigga. Like, crack open a book, you know what I mean? Go watch that movie, you know what I mean? Go journal. Like, unironically, like, I do that shit. You know, I've been trying to be more consistent about it myself, but, like, go journal. You know what I mean? Go do something less stimulating, bro. Like, there is no reason. I'm gonna keep it 100. If you cannot sit through a fucking, like, 20-minute YouTube video at least, or like an hour of, like, queso playing, like, Fall Guys or some shit without having to go on your phone, you're cooked. And you need to settle down, bro. Like, you need to put that
fucking phone down.
Like, unironically, I've gotten to the age where I'm like, it's because of that damn phone. And niggas be thinking I'm just yapping, and I'm not. I'm like, I'm dead ass seeing, like, the effect. And, like, again, like, I already made a whole video with that, so I'm not gonna keep on going. But, like, I really feel like the phones and the, like, the entertainment, like, all of the stimuli is one of the biggest contributors to the lack of intelligence that we're facing as a society. And of course, it doesn't help that, like, our quote unquote global leaders, right, our leaders, our politicians and shit aren't exactly making it easy. Like, public education has never been the best funded, right, or the most well maintained, which is by design, if we're being honest. But, like, it's just insane, bro. Like, I just can't stand it. Like, and then on top of that, like, you got idiots like Kash Patel and Donald Trump running, like, the FBI and, you know, fucking up in the White House and shit like that. Like, just truly incompetent people just doing whatever the fuck they want to do. And it's like, oh my god, bro. But to finish this off, because I see we're getting up to the 30-minute mark. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. I apologize, guys. Like, I've been blowing my nose all day like I'm a bitch on that cocaine. But, like, to finish this off, right, we covered dumb, we covered lazy, now fat. Now, I'm gonna keep it 100, right? I truly didn't realize how bad, like, because, you know, you always hear it as an American, like, oh, you know, our obesity rates are super high, and, like, fucking, you know, like, our obesity rates are super high, and these kids, and, like, these adults, they can barely, like, fucking stand up, they don't get any exercise, etc., etc. And, like, I always knew it was a thing, but it was one of those things you never really noticed until you seen it in person for yourself, right? And before I say what I'm about to say, because I already know, like, when it comes to weight and shit, especially in America, people are mad sensitive about that. For context, I'm like roughly 200 pounds. Like I'm like 198 last time I got weighed. My boys like dead ass don't believe me for some reason. People look at me and they think I'm like 150 pounds with like a fucking slutty ass 25 waist or something. Which, I mean, I don't know, bro. I'm like, niggas say that I'm terrible calculating weight, but I'm like, bruh, 170? Like, come on, bro. Anyways, so, getting back to it. So, like, I'm gonna tell you what made me realize that, like, we really are, like, fat as fuck as a society, right? Excuse me, that was a bad one. I just had to take a deep breath. So, I went to the doctor the other day, all right? Which literally just felt like a waste of my fucking time, damn near. But, like, you know, I literally took excuse me, I try to replace the word literally, but it just is one of the only words that can express how, like, passionate I'm feeling right now. But I went to the doctor, literally took half a day off work to do this shit, bro. Went to the doctor for like less than 20 minutes, basically. It felt like I only saw the doctor for like maybe 30 minutes. And like while they were like taking my like my my diagnostics, you know, like running running my build type shit, you know, height, weight, and all that. Which they never give my height, which I meant to ask them, but I gotta see if I'm actually cracked 6 foot now, because everyone swears I'm not 5'10" no more. But that's a side note. I just had to flex real quick. So I look at my weights like 198, and I'm like, damn, okay, see, putting on some weight, some muscle type shit, that's good. But there's like this sign on the scale, right? Like by the scale, and it's like basically saying, I kind of wanted to take a picture, but it kind of felt out of place. But like basically, it was like, we have to weigh you. Like if you don't want to look at your weight, you don't have to. But like we have to weigh you as per our policy for like insurance and stuff and shit like that. And I looked at that and I just hung my head. You know, like I texted my boys in the chat and I'm like, bro, like, there are people actually scared to get weighed at the doctor. Like, weighing yourself at home, okay, I get it, I guess. But, like, bro, you're going to the doctor and you're scared to get weighed. And again, maybe I'm just a skinny, privileged fuck. Okay, I'm not. Keep it 100, right? Just keep it 100. But, like, bro, you're fucking telling me you are terrified to go to the doctor to get weighed, which takes, you know, like less than 30 seconds most of the time, for being honest. Bro, I'm going to keep it 100% with you right now. If you are that scared to get weighed at the doctor, where you actually are trying to avoid doing it, I'm sorry to tell you this, but I think you know what one of the biggest problems of your health is. And I think in America, people have this ideology that weight is only something that defines your attractiveness or something. But, like, weight determines a lot about health. Like, a lot about your health. I'll see if I can't find anything to back up, like, how serious it gets. But, like, bro, I don't think people understand how much your weight can affect you. Like, it's not just a fucking number slider for your Tinder profile. It's literally how much of you're carrying around every day, right? Like, think about that. That is your body that you're carrying every day. And, like, what really, like, solidified it for me was when I was in the waiting room before this even occurred. And there was this one big white dude, right? And again, no hate. I'm not trying to make other people feel like shit because I'm skinny or nothing like that. But there was this one bigger white dude. Maybe like a solid, like he was kind of tall, so he carried it kind of well, if I'm being honest. But maybe like 280, 300 at least, I would estimate. And like this dude has like a walker, cane, and all that. You can tell he's like an older guy. So like he's got like a walker or cane or whatever. And like he's getting to the door and he's like, and like this nigga was dead ass sounding like the Call of Duty scopes, like the snipers in Call of Duty when you fucking take, excuse me, when you let go of your breath after holding it when you're aiming in the scope with the campaigns, bro. Like that, like dead ass. Like you might think I'm just giving ASMR, but nigga was dead ass. Was like, and I'm like, bro, did you just fucking run from the feds? Like, and like obviously I didn't say anything because like A, it's not my place. B, it's not really my concern, and C, like that's just mean, you know. But like, you know, the girls at the desk are like, hey, you know, you have to sign in on the computer and all that other shit, which I have mixed feelings on. That's a whole separate thing, but like whatever, you know. I know technology's moving forward whether we like it or not. So, and he's like, yeah, Hunter, you just gotta, yeah, give me a second. I gotta catch my breath. I'll be right there. I'll be there eventually. Just give me a second. And I'm like, bro, like, this is sad. Like, sad. And again, I'm not trying to shame this man for being fat, right? Like, that's not what I'm trying to say. But, like, I'm looking at this, and it just really makes me want to cry. Like, seeing my other fellow Americans literally struggling so much with these problems. Because one of the biggest reasons of it is the food that we're eating. Like, me and Elizabeth have very recently, like within like the past year or so, been trying to adjust our diets and eat healthier and cleaner, and it definitely has been paying off. You know, I think she's told me, she's like, yeah, bro, I dropped like 11 pounds so far, which I'm like, okay, that's good. I'm like, W, you know, W lady, W girlfriend type shit, you know. I'm glad to see that. So she dropped some. I put on some, but I think a lot of it has been muscle, because I definitely feel a bit stronger, so that makes me feel good. But I do want to slim up in the tum-tum, you know what I mean? I'm going to keep it 100. I do want to do that. But, like, yeah, so, like, I've been feeling better eating things like fruits and trying to put more vegetables and full meals in our lives and shit. And, like, and that's the thing. When you eat more fulfilling, healthier food, you end up eating less food type shit. And that's what I had to realize myself. And I'm like, wow, you know, like there are times I can wait. Like I woke up at like 6 this morning, bro. Like eating good food helps you get better sleep. Getting better sleep helps you feel better overall. Like I've never felt so light in my life. Like the only thing I really need to get better with is just cooking more consistently and working out more consistently. Well, that and reading more consistently. And like I'm gonna be on my shit, bro. But like, yeah, it's just insane, bro. Like I sit here and I see like, oh, my bad, I was getting off track. But it's insane. Like I sit here and look at this shit, and I'm like, bro, the food we eat is literally poisoning us and like fattening us up. And of course, like I said, these fucks in Congress and the FDA and shit, they don't care. We know that. They do not give a shit. You know what I mean? What you look like. They don't care how the food affects you. They just care that it made some profit. That's literally it. Look at places like China and shit, bro. Like, say whatever you want. Them niggas, like, their elderly dead ass be working out, just hit, like, strong as shit, in decent, good shape, right? And even in other nations, like, hell, like, oh my god, like they got bike lanes for people who bike on the road, and you know what that results in? People getting active and less cars on the road, which allows for more space on the fucking road. My god, I'm sorry, I hate how contested American driveways are, but that's a whole nother thing. But like, from just doing like, that's why I've been trying to get back into bicycling, which, you know, it's fun. But like, yeah, like just biking and getting some light exercise, taking a walk and shit. And it's like, yeah, like sitting in your car all day, driving to and from work, sitting at your desk, answering Slack notifications or whatever the fuck they're called, Microsoft Teams and all this other shit, is not healthy for you. Staring at a fucking screen is not healthy for any of us, right? Again, I'm not trying to preach like I'm like built different, you know. Like, again, I'm trying to figure this out myself. I'm trying to get on my healthy type shit myself, nigga. I'm trying to be built like a black He-Man type shit. I'm trying to be he nigga, bruh. Like, excuse me. But like, yeah, like I can't, bro. I just can't. I fucking can't. It just truly makes me so sad to see. And honestly, I just pray for, like, I can't even say pray, bro. I'm really not that religious, but like, I hope that, You know, like cause I see people turning like towards healthier lifestyles and shit as well, right? Like I'm not alone in this, and I really hope that we get back on track. Oh, fucking yawn, Jesus. Anyway, I hope that we get back on track with things, bro, because the way it's turning up, the way it's looking, like, I'm terrified, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I feel like we really are, in some cases, we really are fitting into that stereotype of fat, dumb, and lazy. You know what I mean? But, like I said, I wanted to wrap this up. We're reaching 40 minutes. And I just had to get this out, bro. Like I really couldn't. I just couldn't. I fucking couldn't, bro. Like it just truly upsets me so much. And I know that it's not all our fault. You know, again, like I said, our elites are pushing all this shit on us to keep us distracted and unable and unwilling and to have convenience and all this other shit. So it's not all like your fault, right? I don't want to make it seem like, oh, you're a fucking fat fucking chud for living the way you do. But like, if I can give you any sort of advice, please, for the love of God, get out to exercise more, and please get off that goddamn phone. You know, take a walk, go on a bike ride if you got that. Hell, just go, like, you can take a drive, go to a park, bro. Just go sit at a park and enjoy some nature type shit. Like, nature is fucking goated. Like, have you actually seen her? She's so fine, bro. And I ain't talking Poison Ivy. She's overrated anyways. But Catwoman better. Harley better. Donna Troy better. You know, I can go on and on and on when it comes to them DC women, bro. But anyways. So yeah. Like, I shit you not, man. Like, please just go get active. Go put up some weights. Go outside. Go talk to other human beings. Just be human, bro. And, like, listen, like I said, I'm right on that way with y'all. Like, I'm trying to figure this out myself as well. So, please don't make it, like, don't think, like, you're alone, all right? Because you're not. I promise you, you're not. You're not the only one. I promise you. And, you know, with that, I like want just... Excuse me, with that, I wanted to wrap this up. That was about it. I'm sorry, this video was kind of like ranty and all over the place, but I was just so pissed off, bro, that I had to make it. I knew if I didn't get up and do it, I wasn't going to be able to do it. So, yeah, you know, with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this black perspective. I was gonna say black rant, but it just didn't come off right to say. So I hope you guys enjoyed this black perspective today. You know, like, comment, subscribe, and all that jibber jabber. And you know, I will definitely, like I said, I definitely read them. You know, I saw someone comment on my video with the last video I did. You know, little things like that really push me to keep going. You know what I mean? I've been considering doing like some YouTube shorts here and there, but like I kind of just wanted to see how it was gonna be without using them. So I don't know, we'll see. But anyways, that was a black perspective that you just listened to. I hope that I was able to help broaden your perspective and maybe, you know, make you think a little bit. Or at the very least, if I was just able to make you laugh with my fucking angry rants, you know, fucking black man rants at TV screen and like, or I guess monitor and like. But with that being said, I love you guys, and I wish nothing but the best for you, even when it's hard, even when it's, you know, expensive. I wish nothing but the best for all of us. We gonna get it out of the mud one day, y'all. All right, because I'm telling you, the way that everything's going, it looks like we're not gonna have much of a choice soon. So, you know, we gonna get it out the mud. We gonna, like, something's gonna have to give. I ain't talking about New Vegas, you know what I mean? So, but that's a whole different conversation. So I love you guys. I wish you guys nothing but the best. Please take care of yourselves out there. Be safe, be happy, be healthy, and be your fucking self. And with that being said, that is all I've got for today. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.